My bad, man. I ain't used StreamYard in a minute. My bad, y'all. I'm sitting here messing up. I ain't used StreamYard in like 6 months. My bad, y'all. I'm sitting here talking the whole time. Appreciate everybody sticking around. My bad. Yeah, I don't never do nothing like that. Yeah, my bad, y'all. So the last fight we had Isabel Vasquez just come out and she had her hands flying just now. Very good fighter. Yeah, appreciate that, Aaron PD. Appreciate everybody. So we just had Isabel Vasquez come through. Very good fight, letting her hands fly. The girl Bradley she just fought was 2-6. I seen her fight before. That's why I was like, hold on, I seen her before. When I looked at her box rate, she actually had good combinations she was throwing. She actually was changing her levels better than a lot of male fighters, professional. She get her, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the coaching or what's going on, but she got some talent for somebody who 2-6. But right now we down to okay, you said it's going down. It went down. You said yours went down? Yeah, yeah. I'm watching the VLK one, not the zone one. I ain't want to do both of them. I already got like. I ain't want to do both of them. I'll try to figure out if everybody was good. They can hear me. Yeah, I'm doing the VLK Prime one right now with Greg Hackett and Brian Norman Jr. But yeah, we've had 2 fights so far. 1 6-round fight. Shamar Canal, that was on Devin Haney from Promotions. He came out, got a first round knockout. They going straight from fight to fight. It's not too much intermissions or break in between fights. So they got, I want to say about 4 round fights. No, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 4-round fights and they have 4 6-round fights. They've had 1 6-rounder already and 1 4-rounder. Isabel Vasquez came out, just got a unanimous decision over Bradley. Shamar Canal got a first round knockout. They announcing another fight right now. Yeah, appreciate everybody coming through. My bad. I ain't used StreamYard so long. I forgot my microphone wasn't even hooked up. Well, it was hooked up, but Yeah, that was a good fight though. The girl Vasquez, she got some skills. Like a miniature Baumgartner or something. 2-0. Yeah, she could be a problem. You talking about what video? You talking about showing it on here? Oh, I can't do that. You talking about showing the fight? You talking about showing the fight on here? Man, I do that. Greg, be on my head. I do that. Man, Greg, whoop my ass. I do that. Nah, I'm just on here supporting Greg Hackett. That wouldn't be supporting Greg Hackett. So, nah, I ain't doing that. They might have it on here though. You can look around. I heard a couple of people in the chat said they ain't have $6. So, oh, you say you have a problem with the app? Go online. Watch it online. Go on the website. Be a ppview blkprime.com. I got to pull it up on my on the TV. Go to your internet. Go to ppv.blkprime and go to the use the internet browser and pull it up. It's easy. Cause it's usually hard for me to pull stuff up on there. If you pull it up on the internet browser, it's running smooth. Trust me. If you pull it up on there, I know what you're talking about. I had problems with the app before. If you pull it up on the TV, it'll run smooth. Yeah, you pull it up on the browser, you good. It'll run smooth. And make sure you can save it and everything too, the user and everything when you go in there, so you can click in and out just in case something happen. Yeah, if you do it on ppv.blk, let me pull it up so everybody knows, just in case they got problems. Seems like everybody having problems. On uh they have a young girl right now performing, doing some songs in between the fights. Oh, my bad. Fix this real quick. Yeah, I ain't even download the app, man. I just put it straight up on the TV. Yeah, appreciate that, Aaron and PD. I ain't know what was going on. I thought people was talking about the stream on TV. They talking about my stream. Yeah, so we 2 fights in right now. I'm glad they slowed it down though. They was moving kind of fast. So we still have a few opponents coming up. Yeah, this should be a good fight. Yeah, I don't know why it's buffering a little bit. They usually didn't have this happening on a couple of fights I seen. I don't know if it's storming around there or what. Yeah, this gonna be a good one though. Everybody coming out fighting though. Everybody that's going out there letting their hands go. Very good technical fight right now between everybody. So this fight card ain't weak like as people expect it to be. It's a lot of people first time fighting on the app or television, so you know they're gonna show out. They're doing ring walk now. They're announcing. Hold on, they're announcing somebody. Look like they got some people coming to the ring. Yep. Hold on, that G Hackett. Oh yeah, he coming to the ring. Bet they got Greg Hackett coming to the ring right now. Okay, they got Greg Hackett coming to the ring right now. Got the fight starting right now. They starting right now. So if you ain't checking right now, Hackett versus Brian Norman Jr. Greg Hackett in the ring right now. Greg Hackett in the ring right now. Fight getting started. Greg like he in good shape too. I seen him in his last fight. He didn't cut down some weight since the last one. He definitely ain't coming there to play. Like I said, Senior gonna have the power. But Greg, he got that stamina, so they doing the ring walk. B Norman Senior coming out right now. Anybody got a KO? What y'all got? What y'all got? Who y'all got? Norman or Hackett? Who y'all got? Let me know. What's going on, Al? Right now, I got it. I probably got it a draw. I think it's gonna be a draw. I think it's gonna be a draw, especially if Norman Senior come out there pretty fast early on. I think Greg be able to take them late rounds. Norman out there cut up. What Senior out there cut up? He done took this fight serious. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Man, this fight came around fast too. It seemed like just a little while ago these guys were arguing. Yeah, the fight starting now, man. If you ain't on the app or if you can pull the fight up on the app, on the TV or whatever, computers, definitely pull it up right now. Greg Hackett and Brian Norman Senior in the ring right now. Yeah, this gonna be good right here. Got him in the center. They in the center of the ring. Referee give him instructions. Touch gloves. Ready to start. Oh, good jab by Norman coming out. Greg using that ring right now. Seeing what Norman got. Yeah, that's smart, mate. Norman use that stamina. Use them legs. Norman looking to throw that jab to the body. Greg just moving around, getting the feel for what Norman capable of. Norman throw a power jab upstairs. Oh, Greg catching with a left hook as Norman throws a jab to the chest. Greg throwing that quick jab to the center. Norman throws a left hook. Ducks the right hand by Greg. Greg do a good combination to the body by Greg. Greg with a right hand to the body. Greg letting them hands fly early up top. Norman saying you ain't got nothing. Good combination by Hackett. Norman got him on the ropes combination. Greg got to definitely get off them ropes. He maneuvering well. Right hand to the body by Greg. Referee break him up. Yeah, they got similar styles though. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of noticed that. So good combination by Norman. Good jab to the body by Greg Hackett. Norman with a jab upstairs, jab to the body. Norman with a combination. Throwing a combination, has Greg in the corner. I think Norman got to slow down. That stamina gonna start kicking in. I told you he might gas early. What's up, Conflict? Oh no! What the hell, bro? What's going on, man? Hold on, man. Good combination. Man. Good combination. Good jab by Norman. Got him on the ropes. That's the end of the first round. Man. Hold on, man. That was a good round by Norman. Greg was doing a good job moving around though. He needed that. I think Greg got the right idea right now. Yeah, that was a good combination by Norman. Yeah, he good now. He'll be back. Greg got him against the ropes. Norman starting to slow down. I told him he using too much energy in that first round. Norman his legs kind of almost gave out that last round. Norman legs almost gave out that last round. Greg doing a good job. Norman throwing that jab upstairs. Ooh, Greg catching with a left hook. Greg with another left hook. Norman comes back with a power jab. Greg shooting that jab, right hand upstairs by Greg. Throws the right hand, clinches, pushes Norman into the ropes. That was a good combination by Norman. Norman with another right hand. He looking for a 1-2 against the ropes. Oh, good right hand by Norman. Greg come back with a left hook. He got to stay out them ropes though. Greg got to use his legs, man. He got to use his legs. Greg got to use his legs. Oh, good 1-2 upstairs by Norman. Good jab by Norman. With the right hand, Greg try to come back with another right hand. I think Greg got to throw some hooks and some uppercuts between that. Norman leaving his hands out there too long. Greg got to punch around that. Good combination though. Starting to slow down a little bit. Oh, good combination by Greg Hackett. Norman grabs him, punches in the ribs and the inside. Referee letting him go. He letting him go. Ooh, catches Greg with a right hook. Greg got to get up off of him on them ropes if he gonna sit there. Norman pushes him into him. Good combination. Oh, good 1-2 by Greg Hackett. That's the end of the round. I don't know. I think Greg got that round. That was a close one. I think Greg got that round just because. Oh, that was a close round, man. A lot of these rounds close. I ain't gonna lie to you. They both. It's just that Norman, his stamina starting to slow down right now, so that's causing a lot of issues. I think he putting out way too much early. Greg gonna have the advantage on that. That was a close round though. It's starting to get tough right now. They letting them hands fly. They throwing some power shots. Not one jab being thrown right now. They are not throwing the jabs. No jabs are being thrown right now. Good combination. Oh, Norman got him against the ropes. Greg got to get away from him and start to slow down a little bit. He cannot let Norman outdo him with his stamina. Right hand upstairs by Norman. Another right hand. Norman tell the referee, hey, you can't watch out for them rabbit punches. Greg in the center ring, 1-2 upstairs, right hand. I think he got to step back right now and use his stamina. Greg got to rely on that stamina. Norman gonna have the power, but he got to. Good jab upstairs by the Greg. There we go. Norman with a good left hook. Greg got to stay away from that. That was a good left hook. Norman just timed. Greg dropped that right hand. Yeah, his hands way too low. His hands is way too low right then. Norman with a good jab upstairs, jab to the body by Hackett. Yeah, Norman clinching. Greg got to stay away from that clinching. Cause Norman's starting to slow down. He's slowing down a little bit. Norman doing a good job throwing that jab though. Boom. Double jab. Now they starting to snap that jab out now. Now they getting a little more technical. They know they ain't gonna be able to knock each other out that easy. Believe it or not, both of these guys got some chins. A lot of people don't know it, but both of these guys have some very strong chins when it comes to boxing. Professional, amateur, whatever. They both got good chins, so they're gonna take each other's best shot. They're gonna have to tire each other out first before they can get each other on the ground. Greg going to the center, he gotta start using his stamina. If I was Greg, I'd come out that next round. We got fourth round coming up. That's the end of the third. That's the end of the third. Fourth round coming up. If I was Greg, I'd come out using my jab this round, moving. If I was Greg, I'd come out this round jabbing and moving. Norman just got to pick it up. He's starting to slow down. He tired, boy. It's been a while since he been in a fight like this. He's doing a good job though. He ain't looking sloppy or nothing. Both of them not looking sloppy at all. They not looking sloppy at all. Oh, another thing too. Anybody who haven't seen who can't see the fight. Anybody who can't see the fight, Greg Hackett got a fight free on his channel. Greg Hackett got the fight free on his channel. Anybody want to see it right now? Link in the description. The Fight Free right now. Greg Hackett got the Fight Free on his channel right now. Anybody want link in the description. Good jab downstairs. Ooh, right hand upstairs. Exactly. It's a good matchup, Conflict. Shout out to Conflict, man. Ooh, good jab upstairs. Yeah, they coming out fighting, man. People playing. They coming out fighting. Yeah, Greg just gotta use them legs. I think he used them legs, he'll be able to take this round. They want to jab it up, but Norman got him on the ropes, throwing the combination. They're starting to clinch a little bit more. They're not doing any kind of messy clinching, though. The clinching ain't messy. It's more so inside fighting. I will say that it's not no messy clinching going on. It's more so some inside fighting. Trying to fight for position. Yeah, he doing the bullying tactics early. That's why I said Greg didn't go ahead and just use them legs on him. He kind of letting them off right now. Greg letting them off easy. He letting them off easy because he used his legs. He'll be able to tire him out a little more faster, like he did in the first round. Norman starting to get that stamina back. Oh, good jab by Norman. Double jab. Oh, Greg Hackett with a Superman punch. Right hand upstairs. Norman a stronger guy, so he's trying to bully him against the ropes. Greg going to the body. Yeah, Greg got a chin, though. He's starting to realize Greg do got a chin, so that right hook ain't gonna do nothing for him right now. Yeah, Isabel won. Decision. She fought a tough girl too. They fight on the inside right now, punching to the ribs. Yeah. If I was Greg, I'd get on the inside just. But he's still making them work though. Anything he can make them do as far as punching or moving around is good. Norman doing a good job going back to that jab. Ooh, Greg Hackett with a good left hook. Norman caught him with a left hook as well. Right hook to the body by Hackett. Norman catching with a right hook upstairs. Good combination. Oh, throws the right hand to the body by Greg Hackett. That was a good punch at the end of the round. I think Norman took that very well to the body. That was a good body shot. That was a good body shot to the body. That was a good body shot to the body. So y'all know I'm a real one. I'm the only YouTuber that'll send y'all to another channel. That's how much I love boxing. I appreciate the follow, PGH Big Dog and Jason Johnson. Oh, Greg Hackett is showing the Fight Free on his channel. If anybody don't got the app, the Fight Free is free on Greg Hackett's channel right now. The link is in the description, pinned at the top. The fight is free on Greg Hackett's channel right now. He's showing it. Good jab to the body by Hackett. Ooh, good 3 left hooks by Hackett. Good jab by Norman. Looking for the overhand right. Norman looking for that overhand right. If I was Norman, I'd go back to that left hook. If Greg gonna drop that right hand. Set it up with that jab though. Norman jabbing a lot more than I thought he would. He jabbing a lot more than I thought he would. I think Greg slipped. That wasn't no drop. Hey, this is a good fight right here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I expected it to be a good fight though. It's a good fight. Ooh, good double jab by Norman. Greg looking for that right hand upstairs. I think hey, Norman taking these body shots good. He got him against the ropes in the corner. I ain't gonna lie, senior fight like junior. He is controlling the center of the ring. He is. He is controlling the center of the ring. He is controlling the center of the ring. Greg got him against the ropes. Referee breaks him up. Norman getting tired a little bit now. He been working though, especially for his age and what he been doing in the ring lately. He been doing good so far. Ooh, good right hand by Greg Hackett. Hackett throwing that left hook. He fighting in the inside. He gonna look back at this and say, "Man, I should have moved around like I did in the first round." Ooh, good right hand by Norman. Upstairs and to the right to the body. He pushing Greg to the corner. Greg need to turn out of that. Ooh, good jab to the body by Hackett. Norman stamina holding up though. He doing good with his stamina. Oh, so he trying to watch out for that rabbit punch. He watching out for that rabbit punch. I think Norman wait for that rabbit punch. Referee gotta watch out for them rabbit punches. You know, he got some Norman got some you know, he got some little thing where he had where he can't take certain punches to a certain situation. Ooh, good combination by Norman, but yeah, they fighting the inside now. I think Greg gotta go to the body. He definitely gotta go to the body. It's the last round. Yeah, I forgot Norman said he had something where he can't really turn certain punches to a certain area. That's why he don't fight professional no more. Well, not in years past. Yeah, it's a good fight, man. Yeah, Vertigo. My bad. I forgot about that. Vertigo. Yeah, you're right about that. Appreciate that. 93 Octane. That Vertigo. Yeah, that's difficult when you taking certain shots like that. He in tip top shape though. You could tell he was a legit boxer. He fought some guys too. Hackett has too. He got some guys on his resume. That's good right hand by Hackett. I mean, yeah, Hackett needs to. I think Hackett needs to get back from leaning on him though. He letting him off the hook by leaning. Left hook by Norman. Another left hook. Right hand by Norman. Right hook. Norman with a left hook. Hackett with a left hook. It's getting a little sloppy right now. Ooh, combination by Hackett. Ooh, Norman catches it with a right hand as Hackett tries to dodge a shot. He dodged that right hand that Norman just threw though. That was a big right hand he just ducked. If anybody want to see it, we in the last round. The link in the top. If you the fight free on Greg Hackett's show right now. I mean on his channel. We in the last round, 6th round. The link in the pin at the top in the chat. Hackett getting tired. Now his stamina starting to dang, I thought Greg's stamina was gonna hold up. Well, it is it's holding up, but oh, good 1-2 by Greg. Yeah, Norman Senior doing a good job moving right now. He dodged some big shots. Oh, good right hand, right hook. I thought they would have been this tired like 2 or 3 rounds ago. So this is actually good. Ooh, good left hook by leaping left hook by Norman. I think Greg need to turn him right now. He need to turn him. Yeah, Greg would have been a beast. Yeah, people be looking at his record. He way better than his record. Greg with a right hand. Right hook to the body by Greg. Yeah. Hackett came in good shape. He lost a lot of weight. Norman has too. Norman's stamina held up well for a guy who ain't been in the ring like that. They starting to slow down now. You can tell they gassed out. I don't know how many punches they done thrown already. I done seen some 6-rounders ain't had that many punches last night. Oh, good left hook upstairs by Greg Hackett. Yeah, that was a good fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. That was a good fight. That was good. That was good. That was a lot better than I bet people thought it was gonna be. I knew it wasn't gonna be that sloppy. You said who won? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had he said he called out Tim Bradley. I don't know, man. Tim Bradley. I don't know if Tim Bradley in the best shape right now. You know, Tim Bradley's still Tim Bradley, so that would be a good one though. Yeah, look at Norman doing push up. These boys funny, man. These boys funny. These boys funny. That was hilarious. He got down and did some push ups. Yeah, that was good though. They weren't really gassed out like that. Who y'all think won? I don't know, man. I can't even tell you. I think Norman controlled most of it, so you can get an edge to him. You can get an edge to Norman, but Greg was never out of it though. Like I said, I had a draw going in, so my mind set on the draw. But I think Norman pulled that off though. But the last 3 rounds though was just. I think Norman was putting in a lot of work though. He was controlling most of the fight the way he wanted it to be. But then Greg just made it his fight as far as the style that Norman wanted to fight. He made it his fight. Yeah, that was good. That was a good fight. Yeah, if y'all want to watch the replay back, Greg Hackett got the fight on his channel. It's link in the description. Right there for everybody who want to see it. Uh, if y'all missed the fight, the link to the description on the fight is GHB TV. Greg don't like that score. He like, well, what y'all talking about? He They gave it to Norman. Greg like, oh man. That was a good fight though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a good fight. Yeah, Brian Norman Senior, like, man, that was a good fight, man. He telling Greg that was a good one. Yeah, Greg, that was a good fight for Greg, man, for real. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. I talking trash to Greg. That was a good fight though. Really showed up. And they fought the whole time. Trust me, they could have been hugging for round 2. That was a good fight. Greg got away from that jab though. If he would have been popping that jab like he was early, like he did in the second round, in that second round, Greg was turning the fight towards his way. I think the inside fighting kind of messed it up, but he was going to the body good though. If he would have popped that jab out last few rounds, used that distance, made Norman use them legs, he would have got that one. Yeah, he would have got that one. Yeah, it wasn't the best broadcast, but you know it is what it is. I'm pretty sure they'll make it up somehow. Definitely wasn't the best broadcast, but yeah, that was an entertaining fight though. That was entertaining. I knew nobody was getting dropped though. Both of the dudes got chins. They didn't have champions that couldn't drop them. So I knew a knockout was gonna be a long shot. I'm glad they ain't gassed out though. They definitely not gassed out. Yeah, that was a good one. Norman Senior came in cut up, man. He took this fight serious. He got in the gym. Y'all ain't seen him in a while online. He been in the gym getting right. He'd already been training. You could tell that Brian Norman Senior fights like that though, where he gets that style from. Yeah, that was a good fight, man. I like how he put that together. That was definitely a good fight. I ain't expect Norman to jab that much. I think he might have out jabbed Greg. That's kind of where I went wrong here. I thought Greg would probably out jabbed him, but he fought his style, and that's where everything went crazy. Yeah, a lot of people showed up and came out to watch the fight. That's good though. You said they said robbery. No, that wasn't no robbery. That wasn't no robbery. Catterall went aggressive. Man, that was a good fight. Yeah, I ain't expect the Norman to out jab him though. They caught me off guard. You could tell he definitely been training. Yeah, you can tell Brian Norman Senior fight like well his son fight like him. Came out using that jab well. He definitely came out using that jab well. Yeah, but I thought that to be real with you, I picked Barbosa to win, but I thought that possibly could have been a knockdown. He said it was on he stepped on his foot or something like that. He ain't step on his foot. He said, Graham. That was South Park crazy. Bro, South Park crazy, boy. He crazy, bro. He funny as hell. Hold on, who Brian Norman Jr. calling now? Hold on, he calling somebody? Oh, he talking to somebody. He said Brian Norman Jr. said that's what he gonna knock out him? The big dude? Oh, he talking trash to somebody. Oh, Greg team, I guess. He talking to somebody in the crowd, talking about he'll get him up out of there. He said Barbosa versus Rayo. If Rayo get past Garrett, we gotta see. We gotta see. I think if Rayo win, I think they might run that fight with Tank and Rayo. I think that'll be an option. It depends on what happened next. At the end of the fight, though. What y'all? Yeah, man. Shoot, Norman went out there and let his hands fly for real. He was not playing. But anybody who missed the fight, if you couldn't get it, it's on GHB TV. You can go look at it right now. A link in the description. Brian Norman Sr. came out there, got a victory. Came out there and got a victory. I ain't expecting him to come out there and out jab him. He definitely got out jab. What we got? We got Southpaw next. Southpaw, you got next on it? That was a good victory. Yeah, that was a good fight, though. They fought to the end. It wasn't super sloppy. He said, how many? Yeah, Barbosa don't really fight Mexican style, so, I'm not really surprised by that. What's up, Fraser? Yeah, you already know, dog. Back on the grind. Yeah, Barbosa don't really fight Mexican style like that. So, they say they don't really like that. Barbosa good, though. Depending on who he fighting. He looks different. I don't know. He fight to the level of his competition a lot. I've noticed that. Because he done stopped a few guys. If you look at his resume, he done stopped some guys that Machado couldn't even stop. So Barbosa, he like a wild card, but I knew them long arms was gonna play a huge part. Hold on, is Duarte fight yet? Let me go ahead and see if Duarte fighting right now. Since we done got over that. That fight probably already off, ain't it? Yeah, that was a good performance, man. I didn't think Greg Hackett was gonna come in there. Oh, what they said? Oh, so Duarte got a knockout? Wow. Appreciate that, Aaron. You already know, dog. You a real one. Shout out to my dog, Aaron. Yeah, man. Anybody missed the fight is on Greg Hackett channel right now. It's definitely on his channel right now. I just sat up here and missed Duarte fight. I don't know if y'all know it. Duarte like one of my favorite fighters. I done missed his fight. Dang. I don't even know who won. Yeah, I don't even know who won. Anybody know who won that fight? Yeah, Rayo. Rayo don't fight like that. Rayo, he can switch it up. Those guys, they can really switch it up. I don't think a lot of them know about Ray Vargas, Rayo, and Barbosa style. They can switch it up a lot. Cause Vargas was a dog against Nick Ball. But yeah, Man, Greg Hackett came out there. What I was surprised about was Greg Hackett was in the pocket with him. He was in the pocket going to the body. I ain't expect him to just sit there and say, you know what, I'm gonna go toe to toe with him. I was surprised by that. Norman Senior was in shape though. He came out. The fact that he was in that good of a shape, I know he took that little time off, but like I said, he can't take certain shots due to certain things, but I don't think that was because of stamina all the way. He said he ain't got no power. Most of those guys at that weight class don't. I done seen Vargas beat the crap out of some guys though. No, Vargas do got power. Shoot, go back and look at that Nick Ball fight. Yeah, Nick Ball nose leaking, I think. I might be thinking about another fight, probably. But shoot, he was taking the tool against dang, Ray Vargas ain't fought in a minute too. Yeah, he ain't fought in a minute. Yeah, Ray Vargas, he ain't been getting no guys up out of there, to be honest with you. So I understand what you're saying about as far as that, but they don't really rush in on him like that. He one of them guys, he'll go the distance on you, but he ain't gonna be able to get you up out of there. But he be fighting some tough competition like Ronnie Rios. He fought Ronnie Rios when he was in his prime. He fought Azad in his prime, Mark Masayao when he had the belt. Then he lost to O'Shaquie Foster. Then Nick Ball, yeah, he ain't got no power like that. But he be keeping them guys up off on him. Cause I was saying the same thing, but Nick Ball was like, I'm not going up in there. That's when I said he definitely got some power. That was a good fight though, man. How you think Barbosa with Dalton? I like Dalton Smith. I think Dalton Smith will get him up out of there. Or possibly could get him up out of there. Dalton Smith, I think he good. Dalton Smith, one of the top UK fighters right now. I think he good. I think he possibly get him up out of there, but like I said, I don't know. Depending on what kind of Barbosa come to fight. It really depends on what Arnold Barbosa comes to fight. He a wild card. But Barbosa remind me of Kambosos. He like a 140 I know Kambosos at 140 right now, but he kind of remind me of Kambosos. Really don't know what you're gonna get. But he's good though. He's good. He good. I definitely wouldn't. It's hard to bet against him. I will say that it's definitely hard to bet against him. I wonder who the next person gonna be that they're gonna put a fight together with. Yeah, 140 is loaded though. But at 140, a lot of those guys, they better hurry up and make something happen. Because the fact that you got like guys like Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson talking about if something don't happen at 135, they're gonna go up to 140. And you know, a lot of these promoters, they can't wait to put a fight together with those guys. So I can see somebody like T.O. dropping the belt at 140 soon. Got too many people at 140 calling them out. You got at least like 7 guys that's top 10 that's calling them out at 140. Yeah, that was a good fight card. I don't know what happened with the broadcast. It was all over the place. It's saying stand by right now. Please stand by. I don't know if they're gonna have more fights on, so don't really know. I'm gonna leave it on right now and see. Cause I didn't see many fights up until that point. You said Machado would sleep Barbosa. I don't know, cause Machado couldn't knock out that African guy Barbosa stopped. I don't think Machado's I gotta see a little bit more from Machado. I mean, him beating up on a couple of prospects and old Pedraza, it's a long shot. I don't even know if he's a threat. And then he's calling out Keyshawn Davis and stuff. Now, mind you, Machado's been calling out Keyshawn Davis. So if he want that smoke, it can definitely happen at that 140. So that's a fight I can see happening by at least by before the end of next year. And Machado was just a prospect last year, so I mean, be careful what you ask for out here. Because when I seen him couldn't stop that African guy, I was like, nah, that ain't it. And I was surprised Barbosa ended up stopping the guy. Because I didn't think Barbosa had enough power to even do that. Yeah, man, that was a I don't know if they're gonna put any more fights on this card. Because I only seen a couple. Maybe my broadcast is messed up or something. Maybe they skipped ahead. He said he might be. Yeah, he beating the dog crap out of Machado. Anybody with a silver medal, Machado don't need to get in the ring with right now. He need to be fighting some guys who came straight from the amateurs. He don't need to be fighting no Olympians right now. Old Pedraza, they ain't, because you know Keyshawn he fought Pedraza too, and that was an easy fight for him. He made Pedraza look like nothing, and that was at 135. So for Pedraza to go up to 140, that wasn't too much. But yeah, if anybody missed the fight is on GHB TV. Go out and check it out. Yeah, check out the fight on GHP TV, man. Greg Hackett, he showed up tonight. He didn't look sloppy, didn't get dropped, didn't embarrass himself. Showed that he got a solid chin. Like somebody said earlier, if he would have did a couple of things different in his career, he would have had a decent career. And senior. I ain't see the Polanco fight yet. I knew what was gonna happen, but I ain't see. I missed the whole undercard last night. That was crazy. I was planning to watch the whole undercard all week as soon as it came, but I had to do some things. Then I knew I was gonna be watching this, so yeah, I missed the whole fight card last night. Like majority of it. I didn't see Abdullah Mason, Polanco. I didn't see Nico Ali Walsh. Who else was on the fight card? I saw Jared Anderson fight. I told everybody Jared Anderson was a prospect. I don't know why everybody thought I was trolling. Brian Norman Jr. won. Yeah, Brian Norman Jr. won the fight. Yeah, I saw Xander. Xander looked good. Xander looked good in that fight. About how I expected. Yeah, Xander looked good in the fight. That was about how I expected. I don't know if he gonna the fight on GHB TV, GHB TV. Now it was a good fight though. It was a good fight. It wasn't sloppy or nothing like that. It was a good fight. Especially for some dudes who ain't really been, in the mix like that. He said he lost to Pops. Pops came to fight. Hey, you gotta go look at the fight. Pops came to fight, bro. Pops came to fight. Pops came to fight. He definitely had came to fight. He came to fight. Nah, it was a good fight though. Greg, he should have just used that jab a little bit more like he did in the second round. I thought the best round he had was the second, because he was able to neutralize everything that was going on, but he ain't stay out them ropes. Yeah, he in shape, dog. He was cut up. Pops wasn't playing. You see, he ain't been on the internet like that lately. He been in the gym. We'll definitely see him promoting the junior soon, like he was before. But no, Pops came to fight, man. He was locked in, and he was in better shape than I thought too. I thought that maybe around the fourth round He did slow down, but it wasn't like sloppy. And Greg kept letting him lean on him. He should have just stepped back, popped that jab like he did early in the first 2 rounds. If Greg would have used his legs and that jab, he could have easily won that fight. But he was fighting on the inside, letting him lean on him too much. But yeah, the fight is on. The link to the fight is on GHP TV. It said Junior ducking boots. The youngest champion in boxing is ducking boots. I disagree. I highly disagree. And he done sparred Boots so many times that, you know what I'm saying? Him and Boots done sparred so many times, they don't even talk trash to each other. A lot of people ain't noticed that. Him and Boots done sparred so many times, they don't even talk trash to each other. I think the fans overlooked that. Like Boots, they didn't already spar each other to the point where that's all they want to do is spar each other. So we already know what time it is. And Boots got a wide age gap on him. If Eddie Hearn would have threw that little extra cash, he would have been good. Man, Eddie Hearn know what time it is. Eddie Hearn, he gave Mikey Garcia $7 million to fight Jesse Vargas. He could have gave Brian Norman easy two or 3 million easy. He ain't got nobody else to really put no money into right now. I think after Eddie Hearn signed Shakur Stevenson, his head got big, so he started getting cheap. You said that dude Brian Norman Jr. finna fight is a bum? Oh, you tripping? You think Derek Quavers is a bum? Well, you don't know boxing. You think Derek Quavers is a bum? You might want to do your homework a bit, dog. You remember that dude that Stephen Fulton fought a couple of months ago that everybody thought that Stephen Fulton got dropped by? You know that dude that Stephen Fulton fought about 6 months ago? That dropped Stephen Fulton? Everybody said he was a bum too. You know that dude that just stepped on Eastside Cruz on that Benavidez card? Old boy with that Mexican guy with 2 losses that stepped on Eastside Cruz? They said he was a bum too. Nah, a Mexican fighter with 2 losses, and then get what? It was a Mexican fighter that had 2 losses that ended up stopping Roman Villa. And look what round Roman Villa got stopped. The dude, the Roman Villa that Boots fought. You remember Roman Villa that everybody was talking about? That Boots almost went the distance with. He just got dropped by a Mexican in like the second, third round. Everybody thought he was a bum. If you go look at all my fight breakdowns, I told everybody all those Mexican fighters, it's been a dog wall, all those guys. Nah, you will rarely find a Mexican fighter coming to America with 2 losses. That ain't finna dog walk somebody or he a bum. Nah. The dude's not a bum, no. You keep saying he a bum, he's not a bum. If that's the case, then Stephen Fulton got dropped by a bum. Carlos Castro, he got dropped by. Carlos Castro just dropped Stephen Fulton. He's not a bum. He got knocked out by Figueroa. Now I think people get it mixed up with the names and stuff. Ain't nobody on Boots' resume close to being a Brian Norman Jr. Matter of fact, I remember last year at the Boots fought Karen the first time, everybody said Karen was a bum. Bruh, when Karen fought Boots the first time, I told everybody, I said, man, Karen was putting in some work, bro. Everybody said, man, he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ran the whole time. Everybody said Karen ran the first fight. After the second fight, everybody said, man, Karen a good fighter though. It took you 24 rounds to find out that Karen is a good fighter? Not 12 rounds, 24 rounds? And everybody was guaranteeing a knockout. They were like, Boots gonna knock out Karen, and he ain't knock out Karen. I could sit here right now and be like, man, he ain't even knock out Karen, bro. Why are we mentioning him? I could say that. Brian Norman Senior one. The link to the fight is in the chat, pinned up at the top. Greg Hackett got the fight on his channel. It just went live. I don't know if they're gonna make it private or not, but you can go back and watch it right now. It ain't really it's a good angle. You can see it mostly. But it's a good angle though. You can actually go see it in the chat. But no, he ain't no bum. I know what you're saying, but come on now. I mean, America has the youngest champion in the world right now. And he's scared? Nah. I can't do that one. I can't go with that one. I can't go. And I just heard everybody talking about Stephen Fulton was finna get stopped last week. Yeah, what? Well, I'm not. I just had everybody and their mama in my comment section 2 weeks ago talking about Stephen Fulton finna get knocked out because he got dropped by the Mexican guy. Nah. When it come to names, man, you said to bring money, bruh. Karen, the last fight Boots had, that sold less than the fight he had against David Avenesian. Did you know that the Karen fight, where Boots had Karen, the fight where Boots had Karen, Bam Rodriguez, Khalil Cole, Ray Ford, who else was on that fight card? You remember everybody was on that fight card, that Boots fight card that was loaded from top to bottom? That fight card sold less tickets than the one he had with David Avenesian on there. These people don't know boxers like that. This a new day. People don't know boxers like that. They don't know somebody until somebody. Just like Biggie Small said, you ain't nobody till somebody drill you. So he a name? Nah. Karen better than Rolly Romero. But people that but the average fan will say, well, Rolly fought Tank. Okay. But Rolly got beat up by an old man. He got stopped by Eastside Cruz. That's just a name. Shoot, you would have thought the last fight card they had in Philly would have sold more, but it sold less than the David Avenesian fight. So everybody really didn't even think Karen was that good. They was complaining about the fight, like, man, why we having this fight again, man? Why we want to see Karen again? Then after the fight, everybody said Karen a good fighter though. So I don't know what people say when they say a bum and ain't nobody a bum. When somebody say a guy a bum or he ain't a big name, I done seen dudes with no name been watching everybody. You said name, everybody ain't fighting it ain't no big name fights going on. You gotta think about it. Everybody just said Terrence Crawford wouldn't fight nobody. He didn't went from fighting David Avenesian on BLK Prime to now he finna fight Canelo. He finna fight Canelo on the Zone. One of the biggest fights we'd have had in the last 10 years. Everybody was saying Terrence Crawford wasn't nobody a couple of years ago because he ain't having the name that they know about, the certain names that they know. Names ain't nothing in boxing. Anybody can knock you out. It don't matter what their name is. Their name could be Jesus. It could be Muhammad. Anybody can knock you out in boxing. I just told you, Stephen Fulton got dropped by a no-name recently. And then came back and ended up beating the dog crap out of Figueroa. You said Karen's a good fighter. Yeah, but they said Karen was a runner though. They brought his value down. They brought his value down way heavy. His value was all the way down. I don't know if the fight didn't come back on no more. I thought they had something else coming back on. But yeah, man, I remember all that. You said Centillion is arguably just as good as Karen. Absolutely, Centillion. If you look at Alexis Rocha last fight, Rocha looked like a dog in his last fight, and look how Centillion did him. You know they gonna find out, bro. I had to listen to everybody say Karen was a runner for a whole year until that second fight came up. Ain't nobody gonna call Karen no runner no more. So technically, everybody who said that was wrong. They were just going with the narrative. I mean, it shouldn't take you 2 fights to realize that he was a dog. I don't even know how we got on this topic, but no, Brian Norman Jr. ain't fighting no bums. He's the youngest champion in boxing, and he been sparring Boots more than these other guys. They spar Boots. I ain't heard Boots say none of these guys jumped in the ring and sparred him. These guys don't even want to spar Boots. It ain't like he gonna turn down a sparring match. That's one thing I ain't heard about over the years. I ain't heard too many big names getting in the ring sparring Boots. Besides a Brian Norman Jr. And that's facts. Cause y'all name some big names that sparred Boots over the years besides Brian Norman Jr. I can't really name too many. The guys who argue, and then look at Teofimo Lopez. They try to name his name with Boots recently. Come on. That's why I don't be putting no pressure on Brian Norman Jr. because it's like people really entertained Teofimo Lopez because he got a name as far as him putting down Boots. Now he gonna go in there and beat Karen. Now for some reason they think he'll be able to beat up. He can't beat Kambosos, but he'll go in there and give Karen a hard time. What I want to see is I want to see somebody fight Karen now. That's what really is. Now if you have Brian Norman Jr. in there, what do you think Brian Norman? Oh, he said what? Who won the fight? Greg Hackett won the fight. Now if you put Brian Norman Jr. in the ring with Karen, what you think gonna happen? I'm gonna ask you that. If Brian Norman Jr. get in the ring with Karen, we already know what time it is. Yeah, Stanionis and Boots. Yeah, Stanionis said he was gonna take the fight. That's why I said a lot of these promoters, they be playing games, man. That's why they try to dangle the carrot, try to make it seem like Boots was ducking Virgil Ortiz. Man, everybody know he been trying to fight Virgil Ortiz for years. Virgil Ortiz was out 2 years inactive. He could have been fought Boots Ennis before Boots even left PBC. That's why he left PBC. He wasn't getting no fights. I don't know how he left PBC and he getting a fight with Stanionis. Now they should have just made that fight when he was over there. But you know, I guess they all working together, the Turkey out the sheet. So he making it happen. Turkey gonna make sure Boots get the fight. So I ain't really tripping. He gonna make sure he get the fights. All the people who be putting out the news about who ducking and stuff like that, they just selling newspapers now, man. Everybody else putting the fights together now. In 2025, the fights happen. That's why Stanionis and Boots got made so quick. Cause I remember before the Brian Norman Jr. and Boots Ennis news came out, Stanionis said, "Man, just give me a couple of dollars, and I want to fight outside of Philadelphia, and I'll fight Boots." And that's what's going on. So that's why the fight got made. But if you really listen to the fighter, they'll tell you what's going on. But the noise, it get things kind of mixed up. But yeah, the fight looked good tonight though. Anybody who mixed the fight, Greg Hackett, it's on Greg Hackett's channel. Anybody who ain't watch it, there's a lot of people that said they ain't want to pay the $6 or whatever, so they can definitely go watch it on his channel, the playback. But it was a good fight. I thought he came out to fight. He didn't embarrass himself. Took some hard shots. Stood in front of some shots. Made it an entertaining fight. He was moving around good in the first round. But I guess he said, man, let me just go ahead and take the fight to him. Went in there with something to prove. It wasn't an embarrassing performance, though. I definitely don't think it was embarrassing. I think he really did his thing. Yeah, shout out to my dog Aaron out there, Aaron Griffin. He a real one. Yeah, that next week it's gonna be fire. You know who I would like to see rematch? I wish Raven Ford could have got a rematch with Nick Ball. I wonder if Nick Ball gonna move up to 26 in the next couple of months. Cause Nick Ball, not next couple of months. I think he's gonna be at 26 probably to the middle of next year. But I wonder if they can run that rematch back. Cause I know a lot of people gonna think I thought he pulled it out with Nick Ball. I thought he really did pull that fight out with Nick Ball. I want to see that rematch. I definitely would. But hopefully, if they can make this undisputed happen, because right now that Brian Norman Jr. and Boots Ennis fight, it's becoming a big fight. You know, the way they're building up things, especially with having this Greg Hackett and senior fight tonight, I think an undisputed between Brian Norman Jr. and Boots Ennis is gonna be a big fight when they build it up over the next couple of months. Gotta see what Barrios gonna do. I don't know if he's still fighting Pacquiao or whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, Barrios did have some tough fights over the years, so you know he probably gonna have 2 of these fights where he's just gonna do whatever and then jump back into the mix. But after he get done with that, I would like to see some undisputed fights going on at 147. I think that weight class is getting back to where it need to be. But Boots he can't wait too long though, because you know they might catch him at a certain point where that weight catch up to him, because he is still growing, putting on muscle. He's gonna be a lot bigger than where he is now. He's gonna be huge at 54. But a lot of people sleeping on Bitterbill though. I don't know. I might have to go with him. I don't know about a stoppage but I seen Dimitri Bivol struggling that last fight. But I don't know, man. Bitterbill, he gonna see a lot of people talking to him this week, asking him, "Hey, what you think about that last fight?" They're gonna talk to him like he lost that last fight. They've been talking to him like he lost that last fight, so I think he gonna try to come out and get a stoppage this next fight coming out. He knows what's being said out here. I think he gonna try to come out and get that stoppage. But yeah, thinking about that just now, man, I would like to see somebody at 47 fight Karen. I think Barrios, that'll be a tough fight for him, especially with that Ramos fight he just came off of. He almost lost that one. It's a very good weekend of boxing, though. I just missed that Duarte fight watching this fight, which I ain't mad about, but I thought I would have been able to catch it. It's been a good weekend of boxing. This starting to be normal now. We used to have to wait for a long time to get these fights going. Or did the fight start already or not? Man, am I tripping? Because I went to go see if that Duarte fight was on, and I guess it went off already, or thought it was still on already. Might have went off already. Because it came on earlier. I don't know. Golden Boy usually do these fights super late at night. Nah, ain't nothing. Ain't nothing on no more. What you think of Thurman return of Thurman? Thurman should have yeah, it's over. They got it on Boots not Boots, I'm tripping. They got it on Greg Hackett channel right now. He was showing the fight on his channel. think you can go over there and catch it. I got the link in the description, pinned at the top. I mean, in the chat. It's pinned at the top. If you click on that link in the chat pinned at the top, you can catch the fight. It was a good fight though. It wasn't sloppy or nothing like that, Trey. It was a good fight. I ain't gonna tell you who won, so I don't know. I don't know if you want to watch it first. Or, I ain't the type of person to just yell out who won, cause I don't know who somebody won. I know people getting off work. People do work on Saturday, so I ain't finna just yell out who won the fight. But I thought it was a good fight, man. I really did. The broadcast was trash, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. They could have did a lot better job on that, but I don't know what happened. They usually do a good job on the broadcast. First time this happened, where it was like skipping and stuff. Then people had trouble on the app. So I thought the broadcast, the Oscar Duarte fight is over. Yeah, that fight over with. I ain't even get to catch that fight. No, yeah, it's over with. I ain't even get to catch it. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I guess he won the fight. It's over with now. Yeah, I guess they got Duarte won. Here you go. I don't know why I'm just saying this now. Yeah, I guess they got Duarte. He won. My bad. I thought you were talking about the other fight. Yeah, Duarte, the fight, he won that fight. It looks like. I ain't watched not 1 second of it, so I ain't really get to see. I did watch the Catterall and Barbosa fight. I ain't watched the Duarte fight. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it when I get off of here. They're gonna have that on YouTube. Somebody gonna post it up. But I don't know what Duarte gonna do at 140. He really at 135. Him and a lot of other guys was 135. Like him, Rayo, Pitbull, De Los Santos, them guys be alternating like 35, 40. But they really fight at 35. Duarte a big dude though. A lot of people saying he on PEDs right now. Got people in the comments talking about he on PEDs. He always been big like that. I don't think he on juice like that. Because if he was, when he fought Ryan, he would have easily got sat down. I mean, he would have took that body shot. He wouldn't have got sat down. Oh, he was going to the body on Mariano like that? He didn't even fight JoJo like that. He was throwing body shots like that. Yeah, that's why I was saying, man, when he fought Ryan, I was like, he went down from that body shot. I was like, huh? It caught me off guard. Yeah, he ain't no super big guy, but he about around the same size as Pitbull, probably a little bit taller. Arms probably a little bit longer, but kind of got that same build. I wonder if he got to stop it. Let me see. They got Ariate. He fought too. I missed Kenneth Sims fight. Dang. By the time I looked at the card, Kenneth Sims had already fought. This was after the Barbosa fight. I don't know how they had him fighting so high on the undercard. I mean, so low. Yeah, Duarte a problem, man. That's why that Ryan fight was looking kind of suspect, bro. I'm like, hold on, man. I know he can get sat down by a body shot like that. And if you look at him, dude, a specimen. He was training with Rayo last year. That's why I knew Rayo was gonna be ready for that Pitbull fight. When I seen him and Rayo train in the sparring, I was like, oh, he gonna be ready. Ever since then, he lost to Ryan. He been running through stuff. He stopped did he stop JoJo? Yeah, he stopped JoJo Diaz. Then I think the last time he fought was on Latino night when Tevin Farmer and Zepeda fought. But yeah, Duarte been fighting some decent competition. He ain't been fighting no easy fights. Yeah, he only got stopped one time by Ryan in the 8th round. He stopped JoJo in the 9th round. Yeah, he beat Atmadov by 10. Oh, he stopped Mariano. Dang. He went out there and stopped Mariano in the 7th round. Dang. And that was the first. Dang. That's crazy. Keyshawn didn't even stop Mariano. He went out there and stopped him. Y'all know Mariano, he was on that card that Keyshawn fought him on the co-main event of that dude Shakur Stevenson fought in the summer last year. I forgot his name already. The one Frank Martin fought. He said no reason Regis pulled out. He said he had an injury to his shoulder or something like that. Regis said he had an injury to his shoulder. Regis 36, man. He don't even look like it. That's what caught me off guard. Regis 36. That's almost hard to believe. That caught me off guard. Regis 36. He was in a war too, that last fight with Catterall. I thought he looked good in that fight. And he dropped Catterall in that fight. I had almost forgot that until I looked it up recently. I forgot he knocked down Catterall in that fight. So he still brings something to the table, but yeah, I think this matchup was a lot better for Duarte. And Oscar don't be playing, man. For Mariano to be a replacement fight. That's one thing about Oscar, bro. He gonna throw you in there with somebody who tough. Yeah, Regis at 140, he gonna have some issues. I think he should have took that fight because anybody else, but he was hurt though. So if he couldn't do nothing, he couldn't do nothing. But anybody else in that weight class is insane. 140 loaded. 140 got at least 40 good guys in there. Yeah, that's a tough weight class. Still got Elvis Rodriguez in that weight class. Yeah, you got a lot of people at 140, man. People saying Tito and Duarte will be a good fight. I'm actually bringing that up too. Let me try to write that down. Tito and Duarte a good fight. I would go with Tito in that fight, but Duarte ain't no easy fight. Like for real, Duarte a dog. That's what I'm saying, man. People don't understand. I don't know. I don't want to say nobody was dirty against him, but for him to get stopped, that was just hard for me to believe. The way he was fighting in that fight, he couldn't get up like that. It was hard for me to believe. Yeah, but Duarte, he a good fighter though. Real good fighter. Yeah, that would be a scrap. Tito versus Duarte. I ain't think about it just now. That's a fight. That probably needs to happen. Because if Tito fight anybody else right now, it'll probably be less than that. Cause you got some dogs at 140. Anybody else Tito fight going up? Dalton Smith, that's gonna be a hard fight. Delgado. I know Delgado got a fight coming. I forgot who Delgado fighting. But he got a fight coming up. You got Tito. Yeah, who would they actually give Tito? I don't know if I would put Tito in the ring with Sabril Matias or Andy Hiroko. I wouldn't even do that. I think Andy Hiroka and Sabril Matias probably be a little too early for Tito. Elvis Rodriguez, that's a good one, but Brandon Lee, I mean, he got a lot of fights, but I think Tito will beat him right now. He probably need a couple. He need a couple more fights, but he get in the ring with Tito. Jermaine Ortiz a good fight too for Tito. Tito got some options out there. Jermaine Ortiz a good fight. Adam Azim, they ain't gonna put him in the ring with Adam. You talking about Duarte? Duarte won that fight, but as far as Hackett and Norman Sr., Brian Norman Sr. won the fight. Let me put that up. I know everybody asked. Let me go ahead and put it up now. Brian Norman Sr. Yeah, Brian Norman Sr. looked good in that fight too, man. He did a real good job. I thought Greg Hackett did a good job too. If he would have used them legs, though, he would have been good. And popped that jab, because his combinations were hitting when he was throwing them. But you can tell Norman Sr. has some power. He won Delgado 140. He a big 140 too. I'm glad you said that. Delgado one of the biggest 140s I've seen. He really like a 147. He ain't that tall. Well, he's tall for 140. Let's not kid ourselves. He tall for 140. But he's shorter than Rayo though. Because Rayo 5'10", he 5'9". But Delgado a big 140. Yeah, 140 stat, man. 140 stat. You still got Michelle Rivera at 140. He only got one loss to Frank Martin at 135. Brian Flores, he only got one loss. He lost to Delgado. They got some fights down there. Kane Sandoval. He'll be a little too early for Tito. I like Kane Sandoval. But him fighting Tito right now, I think Tito will win. Tito's kind of too good to be fighting other prospects right now, especially after that Pedraza fight. I know Pedraza was older, but I think he's a little too good to be fighting other prospects. But it depends on what happened. If a couple of these guys lose, like between Puello and Sandor Martin, it depends on what happened with Sandor Martin when he fights on that Tank Davis card. They got some good fights on there. 2 big fights at 140 gonna be on the Tank Davis card. I don't think is that a mistake or is that by design? Did they put those fights on there to kind of give Tank a little bit of leeway as far as saying, hey, you can get a fight with one of these guys. It's 2 championship fights at 140 on the Tank Davis card. If Tank want to, he could easily just fight Lamont Roach and say, you know what, after this, let me go ahead and fight Rayo at 140. I can fight Gary Antoine Russell in DC or something, or I can go around and fight Sandor Martin, Puello at 140. I don't think they put, I'm giving out secret information right now, but I don't think they put them fights on the Tank Davis card by mistake. He might pull a move and do like he did against Mario Barrios again. Yeah, he lost a little steam. He went over there to Queensberry with Frank Warren. But I think he's gonna start to pick it up soon. He's gonna have a couple of fights. You might see him on Riyadh season or something soon. But he getting up there. He's 25 right now. So he got to start to pick it up. He only fought once last year. To be honest with you, Brandon Lee only fought once in the last basically 2 years. That ain't good. Yeah, once in the last 2 years at 140. That ain't good. He need to go ahead and if I was him, I would try to get as many fights as I can before I try to get back in the mix. That's why I don't really bring up Brandon Lee name. There's a few guys like that at 140. That's why I think it hurt people like Russell, the inactivity. Like T.O. right now being out as long as he is, that ain't helping him out. Because T.O. ain't fought since July. You know, some fighters, they good when they take off a long time. They could take off. Like Loma, he could take off 2 years, come back, and be good. But some guys, they got to be in the ring. If they're not gonna look good. Claggett is still, even though Steve Claggett got like 8 losses, he's still a tough guy to go in there and fight. Josh Taylor going to 147, he gonna struggle. Please don't put Josh Taylor in the ring with Boots Ennis. That's gonna be bad. Yeah, do not put him in the ring with Boots Ennis or somebody at 47. Yeah, 147 a good division. Once you see guys like Keyshawn or Shakur, I think one of those guys gonna move up by next year. Once you see those guys move up, then that weight class gonna be insane. They need a little bit more star power. Cause losing Haney and Ryan Garcia from that weight class. Cause they're not fighting nobody else at 140 right now. So that's gonna be a big deal. Yeah, that's gonna be a big deal. I keep forgetting Sandor Martin at 140. I was thinking the other day I might have to pick him. Yeah, Sabrina Matias still looking for that smoke. I think, to be honest with you, I had picked Liam Parr to beat him, but Liam Parr almost got stopped in that fight. Sabrina Matias, he started late. He kind of did what same thing Bitterbill did against Bivol. He started like 7th, 8th round, trying to pick it up, and it was just too late. But yeah, if you go back and look at that fight, like around the 7th, 8th round, Liam Parr, he was ready to hang it up. He did it against Hitchens because Hitchens kept his foot on the gas, but Matias, he let him off the hook way too much. Didn't try to get the knockout at all. Trying to box with him too much, but he could have got him up out of there. I think that loss was the best thing that happened to him. And the trainer he was working with is the same guy that was struggling with, that had Williams Zepeda struggling with Tevin Farmer. The same trainer. I don't like to put it all on the trainers, but once you have 2 fighters that got lackluster performances, they ain't really going all out, that might be a coaching thing. It's hard to usually find a good coach that have 2 fighters come out flat and don't really do anything. Cause you seen look at how Hackett and Brian Norman Sr. came out tonight. That's why sometimes fans criticize fighters so much, because the way Hackett and Norman came out tonight, Norman Sr., you would have thought them guys been fighting active for a while. I done seen guys gas out worse than that in fights. So guys is boxing every day with a lot of sparring and good training and good facilities. Yeah, they gotta fight a lot better when it comes to the pro level, like an everyday pro. That's why sometimes we gotta see guys against certain people. But this year, the way they lining up these fights, especially March, I think March is gonna be one of those months where you see the small names at 140 make some noise. But yeah, they got a lot of fights lined up. This weekend gonna be crazy. I can't wait till I start talking about that. But even with let me look at the fight card right quick. With Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield. I was giving Floyd Schofield an opportunity. I'm like, yeah, he gonna go out there and possibly do something. But man, the way he looking right now and talking, that dude didn't even show up to the press conference. They put this dude on the whole Riyadh season press conference. He ain't even show up. So I want to pick a stoppage, but Shakur Stevenson's hand's so messed up right now. I think he'll drop him and he'll probably go the distance. Then you got Virgil Ortiz fighting this weekend. If Virgil Ortiz lose this weekend, you know what's gonna happen. He gonna go back to calling for Boots. He gonna need that Boots fight. Not needed like can't do nothing without Boots, but he gonna need the clout. He definitely gonna need the clout. Cause when he said Boots was ducking him, I was like, I mean, he ain't moved to 54 yet. The average person to tell you, anybody who's the average person, they'll just think about it. If you're the average person out here and you only had a belt for about a year, you ain't finna just be like, oh, so-and-so want to fight me? Let me drop this belt real quick. And then some people said, well, he ain't even have to drop the belt. Yeah, but if you're going to go to 54, you might as well stay up there. And you only going to be at 47 one time in your lifetime, especially at the age he's at right now. So he might as well just do what he's doing. And Virgil Ortiz was out. Man, he took a whole 2 years off. So he got some time to make up for him and Boots not fighting. That fight gonna eventually happen. See, once a couple of these guys retire, like Terrence Crawford, everything, Usyk, you're gonna have a lot of other fights already lined up that people want to see. And the good thing about it is, you know, they're gonna happen. That's the good thing about this year. You know the fight's gonna happen. And then most of the fights the fans are asking for, besides a couple of fighters, y'all already know the same fighters who's having difficult times putting together certain fights we asked for. Those are the same fighters that's doing it now. Ain't nothing changed. It's always gonna be a couple that make it difficult. Everybody's still waiting on Tyson Fury. He retired, so yeah, he almost finished Virgil. But that was Virgil's first time at 54 last year. You know, Virgil had 2 first-round knockouts. So his real first fight was Boachuk, and he had just went to 54. That was the only excuse I really gave him. Like, Virgil Ortiz really be looking for the smoke, though. Because a lot of people could have fought Boachuk or Majramov before he did. He could have just waited on Boachuk to try to fight Fundora again, but he stepped in. Like I said, Oscar gonna make it happen. Oscar ain't finna wait around. If you want to fight somebody, he gonna let you do it. Eddie Hearn, he'll try to talk you out of it, allegedly. But Oscar, he'll sit up there and say, you want to fight Boachuk? Go ahead. You want to fight Majramov? Go ahead. Because he a fighter. He know what time it is. Oscar got the same mentality. That's why when Duarte and Ryan fought, I didn't even know that Duarte was a golden boy fighter that he was trying to, really do something with. I thought he was just a guy that he was putting in the ring with Ryan. But now, as you can see, that's a fighter that Oscar trying to promote at a high level. But when I look back now, I'm like, dang, I can't believe he put him in the ring with Ryan. Anybody else would have waited on that. Yeah, they got a nice fight card next week. Dubois, Joseph Parker, Carlos Adames, Shiraz, Virgil Ortiz, Majramov, Shakur, Schofield. Yeah, Schofield, I can't believe he missed that press conference. So I would give him a chance in the fight, but I'm like, I'm good on it. I think he's going to get beat. Now, if he come out there and get a surprise, then, that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. But anybody who missed the fight is on Greg Hackett channel. Anybody who missed it. It was a very entertaining fight, man. They really came to do their thing tonight. I was impressed. I ain't seen nobody saying the fight was trash, though. I mean, that's the best compliment you can get right there. I haven't heard nobody. Well, Southpaw said it was trash. He said it was trash. Dude came through and said it was trash. Dude crazy. But hey, he could have gotten the ring with Greg though. Yeah, man. I'm like, and then I'm gonna be honest with you. It looked like he be texting on his Twitter. It looked like that be Schofield. And you know what? I heard his name is Schofield Jr. So the dad is junior, the other one is the third, but you know, senior. Might as well just say the senior, so you know. But yeah, talking about they left the passport, we couldn't do all. Bro, you ain't trying to get this fight done. Too much going on. Then he was tweeting talking about Shakur was on possibly on roids or something. If you think Shakur Stevenson on steroids, then you might need to go down to 130 then. He definitely ain't on no steroids. Definitely not. But he knows it's gonna be a tough fight though. And another thing too, no matter what happened this weekend with the Shakur Stevenson fight, Abdullah Mason versus Schofield, that fight need to happen in the future. That's gonna be another thing we can see. Now, in about 2 weeks, you're gonna see me saying, "Hey, what's up with Schofield versus Abdullah Mason?" I heard Schofield want to smoke with everybody. It's just zesty behavior. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. When he missed that press conference, I really ain't paid too much attention after that because I didn't notice it at first. Then when he put out the video, because there was a fight going on that weekend, then he put the video out like, yeah, we lost the passport. Somebody done broke in. I'm like, somebody broke in your house and stole a passport. Bro, what kind of games y'all playing? You say he got nothing to lose. That's what make it dangerous. Yeah, I know. That's what make it dangerous, but it's all about the mindset though. And you know, I'm not a hard person to please. I just want him not to smother his punches. And for him not to smother his punches, and his dad was giving good instructions the last fight. So he didn't listen to the instructions the last fight. And he was smothering a lot of his punches. So at this point right now, the only thing I see Schofield doing is throwing a big right hand. And that's about it. Yeah, he's selling wolf tickets, dog. Big wolf tickets. Especially when I seen them tweets about steroids the other day. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Shakur on steroids? You might as well say Sonny Edwards on steroids. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's a dude who said PEDs don't matter. So nah, man, you ain't finna use that excuse. Sound scared now. I was bigging him up. You know, I was bigging him up. Like, man, y'all, you gotta give him a chance. He got that right hand. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro, he do be smothering his punches. This is the wrong dude to be going against like that. Smothering your punches. Shakur moved too good. And you know, he the ultimate guy when it comes to distance. That's why De Los Santos had such a hard time. And then after seeing that De Los Santos fight last night, I was like, Shakur reflex is just too good. That's really the problem. His reflex is too good. And I don't like I said, Schofield be having a distance problem, but he got a chance to get something done. He go out there and let his hands go. He can make something happen. But there's so many people that tried, and I would say if he can do something like not Duarte, but what Valdez was doing against Shakur, Valdez made it difficult. It was an easy fight for Shakur, but he made it difficult. So if they watch a film, he could do something, but it's gonna be tough. Yeah, man, ain't nobody. I'm gonna be real with you though. I like that he was an option for Tank last year. I like that Tank had him as an option. If Roach would have caught an injury or something, that would have been the guy that they would have went with instead of Lamont Roach. So I like that Tank had him as an option. That's the crazy part. And the crazy part is Tank had him as an option and nobody else really. It was either him, because De Los Santos was gonna fight Rayo on the Frank Martin card, and whoever won that fight was gonna fight Tank. Or that was gonna be an option next. And then they was gonna try to lean towards Pitbull. But then he lost to Rayo. That's why Rayo ended up fighting Pitbull instead of De Los Santos. De Los Santos ended up having like a elbow injury. But later on, after that Rayo and Pitbull fight, he was healthy. So they was looking at him for South Swing. Yeah. I know. Hey, you know what's crazy? A lot of people said that Shakur should rematch De Los Santos. Bro, let's be real. That was one of the most boring fights in the world. For people to even say that, they know what time it is. For people to even say, hey, I want to see De Los Santos versus Shakur again, bro, they know what time it is. That's what blew my mind, bro. I'm like, why would y'all, if y'all know that he that good after watching that boring fight, because people don't know it, that was the least, De Los Santos landed the least amount of punches in boxing history. That was the least amount of punches landed in a 12-round fight ever in history. And Shakur had one hand. That was the least amount of punches ever landed. That's what's crazy about it. That's why when I did my fight breakdown, it was 2 minutes. I was like, man, De Los Santos smart, bro. He ain't finna run up in there. Yeah, as a young fighter, you supposed to go over there. And it was in the UK too. That's the crazy part about it. It was in the UK. It was in the UK, so he would have been able to get a whole fan base. And you only 22. And this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Everything ain't promised in boxing. This probably could be his last opportunity to do something like this. Yeah, even if he loses, he can still rebound. But he putting himself in a lose-lose situation. Oh yeah, he knew what time it was. He knew what time it was. He didn't get caught off guard like Rayo. When Rayo fought him, he was a late replacement. De Los Santos had to be the most dangerous late replacement you can ever see. PBC be doing that sometimes. They'll get a late replacement that's more dangerous than the guy you was gonna fight before. I forgot who he replaced that Rayo was gonna fight. But De Los Santos was a late replacement. I know Eastside Cruz was a late replacement for Tank. They had people forget, but Fundora was a late replacement for Keith Thurman against Tim Tszyu. So them late replacements, they'll be the most dangerous fights. Now, Rayo was gonna rematch De Los Santos last summer. They were gonna fight on the Frank Martin and Tank Davis card. Nah, he still want that fight. Rayo almost got him up out of there. He almost got him up out of there. That's why I was surprised that Rayo had got away from training with Jose Benavidez's dad. When he stopped training with him and went to Robert Garcia, I was like, bro, what you doing? Because when Rayo was fighting with Benavidez, he was using that power. You know what I'm saying? He just kept leaving his hands low. Every time De Los Santos was catching him, bro, your hands is below your waist, and you getting caught bad. That's why De Los Santos was catching him. Boom, boom, boom. And this is after he dropped De Los Santos. But that was gonna be a good fight, but it didn't happen. So he went ahead and just fought Pitbull, moved up to 140. And that's why when Tank was like, they asked Rayo, hey, you gonna fight Tank at 135? He was like, nah, I got a belt now. He was like, you can come to 140. And you know what? Tank just might do it. Because I don't think it's nothing at 130. If Tank can fight at 35, no names down there, I don't think it's nothing at 130, 35. Then he gonna entertain the Keyshawn and Shakur fight. It's gonna be a long shot. Cause at this point they looking to move up themselves. So 140 might be the place to be in a minute. But yeah, it's so many names now. And De Los Santos is kind of telling people like he leaning towards probably moving at 140 next fight. Don't be surprised his next fight at 140. That's what I'm hearing right now. You said did Carlos Adames' visa situation get cleared up? His visa situation was good. They ain't let him in the country. I don't know what's going on in Saudi. They ain't let him in the country. They didn't approve his visa or whatever because they ain't want no guys to come in the country early. I guess they ain't want him in the country a month early, a month and a half early. You know, they got strict laws over there. He can end up going over there a month early and get arrested and never get out of jail and miss the whole fight. So instead of him going through all that, they like, man, just wait until the last minute to come over here. But yeah, they gonna have fights in the future though. They gotta let some of them laws be a little more lenient so guys can come over there and get used to the time zone. I appreciate that, Doug Winner. They gotta get used to their time zone. Like that. That's what's crazy though. Like, if y'all remember the Ngannou fight when Francis Ngannou fought Joshua, when he was on the couch yawning, he was like, oh, like he finna go to sleep. I said, man, he finna go to sleep. And the fight started at like, you gotta realize we in America, right? So y'all know most of the fights we seen in Saudi, they end when the lights is when the sun is out outside. When Joshua fought Ngannou, it was pitch black outside. I said, I know I ain't tripping, but ain't that fight in Saudi Arabia? It's like 6 hours away. Dudes fought in like 2 in the morning over there. Hold on. If it was like 7 over here, it was like 1 in the morning, 1 a.m. You trying to stack? Yep. Hey, I ain't even think about that. Didn't even think about that till just now. I promise I ain't think about that. Hey, you right. I ain't think about that till just now. You right. You right. You right. And it ain't just Turkey them doing it either. It's everybody. Everybody. They want to get that belt from Adames first. I thought that in my mind, I would have put Lara versus Adames first. I think Lara still got something left in the tank. I would have had Lara. That just shows PBC ain't doing all in-house fights right now because I thought they would have kept it just Adames and Lara at 160. And then just try to do undisputed. Because if Lara and Adames would have fought each other, that would have been 2 belts. And then, Shiraz was supposed to fight Janovic. That would have been 2 belts. And they could have had undisputed by the time summer come around. What y'all heard about what they doing now? They trying to have 15-round fights for undisputed. Crazy. 15-round fights for undisputed. That makes sense though. Because all the undisputed fights we've been having lately been rematches. If that Bitterviv and Bivol fight would have been 15 rounds, somebody would have got stopped. If Usyk versus Fury, the first fight would have been 15 rounds, somebody would have got stopped. So they trying to put 15-round fights for undisputed. But the crazy part about it is they talking about it was Teofimo idea. Oh, they bringing it back. The WBA. The WBA brought it back. They bringing it back now. They definitely bringing it back. That's what surprised me. They definitely bringing it back. They caught me way off guard. I said they just talking. They ain't gonna do that. Man, they gonna do it. The WBA president, I think his name is Gilberto Mendoza. He's thinking about bringing it back. He talking about it now. They should have did that last year though. If they would have had that, we would have already moved on. To be honest with you, we would have had Benavidez versus Benavidez this month. This month, we would have had Benavidez versus Bivol. All those fights would have already happened. Yeah, they need to do that, though. I don't think they need to have rematches in Riyadh season because it ain't that many people on the Riyadh season card. You only have about 16 guys on the Riyadh season card and about 2 or 3 people from each country. Even if Shakur and they was complaining too because y'all remember when we had the first fight when they had Wilder and all those guys, the heavyweights, on the day of reckoning, and it was like from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. So Eddie Hearn went to Turkey Al-Sheikh and was like, man, these cards are too long. You need to cut these fight cards down to like 8 fights instead of like 12 fights. How you gonna complain about having boxing on all day? You ain't boxing. You ain't boxing. You ain't putting the fights together. You just a promoter. He got like he working the concession stands or something. Like, man, why you start so early? Like, you ain't got to watch the prelims. That's gonna make it hard for a lot of other people to get on this card now. So yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you only got 16 people on the fight card. And you got one person from each country. 2 or 3 people from each country. Yeah, that card was a beast. For them to cut it down that short, I'm like, that don't make no sense. It ain't make no sense to me. For them to cut it down that much. And if you look at the Fury and Usyk card, a lot of the names on that card was, I mean, they weren't no big names, but if you're gonna have them type of names on there, you might as well have 12 fights. Because you know the other side of the world gonna be up too. So the people who was looking for those fights from Ukraine and stuff, if they want to watch them, that would have been like 5 p.m. for them. Yeah, I ain't understand that. Man, Eddie Hearn always crying about something, bro. For real. Whether it's money, the fighter need this amount of money and everything else. Now it's how many fights we gonna have on the card. This ain't even your fight card. And then Turkey, he working well with them because he's like, okay, that's a good idea. Let me go ahead and just cut it down then. Now we're gonna have to wait a couple of more years to see a couple of more fights. If they would have cut it down a little bit more, we would have already been through a lot more fights. That's when they start doing the 5 versus 5 with with Wilder and Zhang last year. That's when Ray Ford fought Nick Ball. But yeah, that fight card next week gonna be insane. But the crazy part about it is this gonna be normal now. That's the thing that got me caught off guard. It's like this gonna be normal now. These fight cards now is, I can't believe Oscar Duarte went out and knocked this dude out in the 7th round. Then you got a fight coming on Wednesday on Pro Box. Then Thursday we got Avius Griffin fighting. Then Friday they got Kane Sandoval fighting. Then Saturday we got Bitterville Bivol fighting. Sunday they got Saddam Ali fighting. He fought in like 7 years. Then Monday they got Juntal Nakatani fighting. Bro, they got a fight coming on every day from Wednesday to Monday. And we talking about championship fights, big fights. Yeah, Norman fought already. The link is in the description up there. Greg Hackett got the fight on his channel right now. I got it pinned up in the description. Might want to go check it out before the video come private or something. You know how weird YouTube is. They might try to flag a video. He didn't record it from the inside of the arena. Yeah, the link pinned up in the description though. I ain't gonna tell you who won already. I don't want to ruin the result for you. But yeah, Greg Hackett got it on his channel on GHB TV. It was a good fight though. It was a real good fight. It wasn't sloppy like I didn't think it was gonna be sloppy. He always complaining. Bro, I was saying that recently. Eddie always complaining. I said that recently. I was like, man, I had said this to a fan recently. I was like, bro, I don't know everything about boxing. I was just saying this. I said, but look, I understand how you feel about the Bitter Viv and Bivol fight and everything else. But I said, y'all got to realize this. Y'all complaining about the same thing that Eddie Hearn complaining about. He know what he be talking about a lot. I ain't gonna cap. He does know what he be talking about a lot. But as far as inside the ring, I wouldn't be agreeing with him 100% of the time. I'll just say that. He said make it work the concession stand, parking attendant. Yeah, he acting like he had the parking cars and stuff. Like Turkey, you'll cut it down to 8 fights. The concession stand be getting hot, man. Like, bro, cut it out. The man just gave you $100 million, so $50 million, so Joshua can fight in Ngannou, and you complaining. That boy so spoiled. Ain't nobody more spoiled than him. You would think Oscar De La Hoya was spoiled. No, Eddie Hearn out here. I remember when he came in with the Usyk card. When Usyk fought Fury, he came in like around 9 a.m. Like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. He acting like he was super early. Like, man, why am I even up this early? Man, you just finna sit in this chair and watch some boxing. The nerve of this guy. But yeah, that's why everybody be over there looking like, bro, you better do the right thing with boots on. Everybody be looking at them crazy, like, we don't like how you moving. That's why people put pressure on him to make that standing on this fight. I'm glad it's being made, though. I definitely want to see Boots fight standing on this. I'm not hyped about it right now because it ain't close, but when it get close, I'm going to be hyped about it. I want to see that. That's definitely a good name on Boots' resume. And he could be unified at 47. So, yeah, he doing the right thing right now, but I don't like the way he moving so far. He got to pick it up. And I don't even know what that fight is. When is Boots fighting standing on this? Oh, April 12th in Atlantic City. Yeah, April 12th. Yeah, April ain't really that stacked right now. I mean, it's cool, but Boots gonna have the biggest fight that month. Then Brian Norman Jr. is fighting a couple of weeks before that, 2 weeks before Boots fight. So yeah, they right on schedule. As long as they fighting close to each other, that means that fight still gonna be in mind to get made. But yeah, Eddie need to go ahead and open the checkbook up. There ain't no other big fighters on your you ain't got no excuse now to be running behind Joshua 24/7. Might as well use all your attention and go try to make some big fights with Boots. Everybody still want to fight him. You got Virgil Ortiz out there. I'm telling you, Virgil Ortiz gonna lose this weekend. He gonna be like, hey, what about that Boots fight? See, he gonna be looking for that Boots fight. Trust me. Because 54 is gonna be hard to deal with after you take a loss. Because right now you got Xander Zayas talking about he ducking. I don't think he is, but the fact that Xander Zayas is like, nah, forget about that Boots stuff. You ducking me. You talking about Boots. I should make a video about that too. Because he keeps saying that. So whatever does happen, I know Virgil Ortiz talking about Boots at 47, dog. You got Xander Zayas trying to fight you right now. He talking about you ducking. And he don't even talk like that. I haven't heard Xander Zayas say anybody ducking. So the fact that he came out and said it, he want the smoke for real. Yeah, you can always fight somebody. See, these guys think it's still like 2020. They think it's 2018. They think that if you call one guy name out and people say oh, well, that guy ducking you ain't gonna have no other fights. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Especially at 54. I think Vert Ortiz still think that's 147. 147 is not like 54 right now. You got plenty of people you can fight. Plenty of them. Anybody at 140, 54, even 68, kind of still a little bit. 35. You can find some fights. You definitely can find some. But yeah, I think the only person that really is posing a threat right now to Boots at 47, probably Brian Norman Jr. Everybody else, I don't think Barrios gonna be a big threat. And I like Barrios, but I don't think he's gonna be a big threat. After Boots got past Karen, I almost stopped him in the fight. Cause I keep forgetting that he did drop him. Cause people was talking about how bad the performance was. I'm like, man, he almost got him up out of there. That dude Karen came to fight. I want to see him fight somebody else at 47. That's what's gonna show me really who got that dog in them. Because if you can go in there and stop Karen the next fight, the first person that can stop him, that'll be a statement. That'll definitely be a statement. Let me see. And Karen, you know what's crazy? Karen a better fighter than Baranchik is. Not that I ain't trying to talk crap about Keyshawn performance or nothing. I'm just saying he a better fighter as far as from top to bottom. He a good fighter, you can just tell. So that ain't no easy fight. Yeah, he got a point deducted for holding. I forgot about all that. But they got some good fights coming on this weekend, man. Boxing is really at the point right now where we really can't even argue about nothing. It's gonna be so many fights coming on. It's gonna be hard. You're not gonna have enough time to build up anything. All you're gonna have to do is just make your prediction and that's it. And then the good thing about boxing too right now, you got your fights already scheduled up until May. I think right now they're trying to schedule fights for June, but all the way from February to May, everybody knows who's going to fight just about right now. If you don't have a fight set up in May, because the last fight they got set up was Josh Taylor. He fighting at 47. I don't think he's going to be a threat at 47. I just don't. I don't think he's going to be a threat. But that would be a good name for somebody at 47 to put on their resume. But I don't think he's going to be a threat. Conor Benn, that's another guy you can put in a resume at 47. But yeah, I'm glad Boots ain't fighting them guys. He fighting Stanionis. You need to go ahead and just get a belt and move on. They gonna try to grab the belt after he gone though. As soon as he leaves the division, they gonna be like, "Hey, what's up with that?" You said 147. Yeah, the fight. It's on. Greg Hackett got the fight for free right now on his channel, on his YouTube channel. It's in the chat right now. If you see the link at the top in the chat, Black Sheep. If you see the link up there, yeah, you're right. You're right, Con. You're right about that. 47 ain't like it was 10 years ago. It ain't like it was 10 years ago. The guys that's sort of like, it ain't like it was 10 years ago. They ain't got no Danny Garcias or no Sean Porters in that division. You don't see it? Let me see if I got it. Let me see. I'm trying to put it in the chat for you. Should be it right. Let me see. Yeah, the fight just happened though. You got it on his channel free. It happened already. I don't want to tell you who won. I don't want to spoil it for you. That'd be a waste of time to watch it. If I tell you who won right now, you'd be like, man, ain't no reason for me to watch it. It was a good fight though. Nobody said it was trash, so that's a good thing. Oh, here you go right here. Black Cobb. Yeah, Black Cobb need to make a move. Adrian Broner just got arrested, so a rematch with Black Cobb ain't gonna happen. So that he need to move on from that. But Blair Cobbs, he kind of up there where he in the same area as Regis Prograis. Decent fighter. Yeah, good trash talker. A good fight with Blair Cobbs would have actually been Rolly Romero. If Rolly loses to Ryan Garcia and he's still at 147, which he will be, he needs to take a look at fighting Blair Cobbs or something like that. Because right now, Blair Cobbs, he ain't got no options. He could have fought Rocha again, but I don't think they're gonna put him in the ring with Rocha again. That ain't gonna really do too much for Rocha. They'll do more for. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have Rocha fight a guy who already stopped him. I mean, who you already stopped. That's why I'm saying 147 kind of weak, man. I can't. It's hard to match up with somebody with Blair Cobbs at 47. But yeah, Blair Cobbs like 36, 35. Yeah, Blair Cobbs like 35. Let me see. Yeah, he 35. Haven't fought since last summer. And the crazy part about it is he was out 2 years before he fought Adrian Broner. So if anybody need to be active right now, he definitely does. But that's why I end up buying this fight on Black Prime tonight because shoot, you never know, man. Black Cobbs might need to put a fight on BLK Prime in a couple of months. Cause Don King, it don't look like he gonna try to put any more fights up. He trying to put a fight together with Turkey out of sheet. Turkey like, nah, I ain't finna do that. He tried to use one of his cruiserweight fighters to get a deal with Turkey, but Turkey ain't going for it. He ain't got enough fighters. But yeah, Black Cobb definitely need to try to get a fight in. I don't see too many people he can get in the ring with. If Japan was smart, they'll put him in the ring with Jin Suzuki. I would put him in the ring with Jin Suzuki. That dude Lewis Crocker from England, I'll put him in the ring with him. Polanco. What about Polanco? What y'all think about Polanco versus Blair Cobbs? I'm gonna go back through this later on and see these names y'all naming. I'll make some videos about these. People been naming some good names tonight. Patty Donovan, he good. He kind of like a 147 Cambosis or something like that. He like a 147 Cambosis. He ain't no huge threat, but he can catch somebody slipping on any day. He one of those types. He can catch you slipping. He ain't no huge threat, but he ain't a bum though. I'll say that. He ain't a complete bum. He's he like a Cambosis at 47. He a threat. He definitely a threat. Now, and the crazy part about it is after Villa took that last loss, I don't even think they'll put him in the ring with Villa. But I know Rashidi Ellis just fought last week, didn't he? A good person to put Black Cobbs in the ring with would have been Rashidi Ellis. But I don't know, man. I think Black Cobb's still doing business with Don King, so Don King gotta make something happen. That dude got sick and canceled the whole fight. I'm like, bro, you gotta find somebody else to fill in for you. You can't cancel the whole fight because you got the flu or something. And then Kenneth Sims, Kenneth Sims is at 47 now. Fought at 47 tonight. Kenneth Sims fought at 47 tonight. There could be a fight with him and Blair Cobbs. That would make sense. Kenneth Sims at 47 with Blair Cobbs. That would be a good matchup. That would be a real good matchup. That would. I don't see Blair Cobbs beating Karen though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he can beat Karen. Maybe I'm wrong though. He probably can get him up out of there, but I ain't gonna say get him up out of there. That's not sound ridiculous. But I don't know if he getting past Karen. Cause we gotta understand Adrian Bronner really wasn't. When I heard about Adrian Bronner before he fought Blair Cobbs, he was just trying to lose weight. He wasn't even training for a fight. They just had him cutting weight the whole time. And Bronner really like a 35, 40. But he be walking around so heavy that he'll just stop at 47 and be like, yeah, I'll just fight at 47. He ain't really no 47. So that really fool's gold, to be honest with you. But yeah, they got some names at 47 though. Guys starting to move up. A lot of people moving up to 47. I don't know why they think 47 is easy division. Because a lot of guys who's not big names, they in that division, so that lets you know they hungry. They just ain't had the opportunity to get in the ring yet. Yeah, but they don't got a lot of like guys who's real threats. So that division wide open. Trust me. As soon as Boots leave out of the 147, everybody gonna start trying to make some moves. That's why they really want Norman to get beat by Boots before Boots leave. So they can kind of get him off the table. After they get him off the table, then Boots will have an easy transition. I mean, everybody have an easy transition at 47. But it ain't top heavy or nothing. It's kind of weak. Then they got Ryan ranked high. They're gonna try to have Ryan with a belt at 47 before you know it. That's the crazy part. But if Rolly go out there and beat him, which I don't think that's gonna happen. But if he was to go out there and do it, that'll change a lot. But yeah, that was a good fight tonight, man. See, everybody watched it on Greg Hackett channel. Got 30,000 views. A lot of people tuned in and watched the fight. It was a good fight. I wonder what everybody thought about it. Everybody they trying to go in on Greg in the chat. Somebody said, I wonder how many of Greg's losses his team total were robberies. Y'all tripping. I don't even know why they even going in on like that. He said, who's the last man to hold all the belts? Oh, Terrence Crawford. He was the last one. And then then Boots ended up getting that belt from him. Because Boots was waiting for a long time. He was waiting on a long time. I was hoping Boots would have fought Earl Spence. Like around 2021, 2022. I think it was 2022, I thought. I thought he was going to fight Earl Spence when he became the mandatory. Because to be honest with you, when I heard Boots call out Spence, I was watching the fight live. I didn't even know he was the mandatory. He was like, I want the big fish. I'm like, that fight going to happen? Charlo, that would be a good fight with Charlo and Boots. That would be a good fight. Charlo's so picky though, man. At this point, Charlo's super picky. He been picky with his fights for a minute now. Cause the dude Tim Tszyu got knocked out by. Charlo was supposed to fight him before he fought Castano for undisputed. Yeah, he was supposed to fight Castano for undisputed. I mean, Baccarat before he fought Castano for undisputed. And after he fought Castano, he was supposed to fight Baccarat. So I don't know what Charlo at. He was talking about 60 at one point, 54. 54 then got so dangerous, man. He might just go back to 60. I mean, he might just go to 60. Because him being at 54 is a waste of time. I know recently he said he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. That's the last thing I heard Charlo saying. That was like a couple of weeks ago. But I don't know. To be honest with you, if I was Boots, I would see what's going on with I don't know, Virgil Ortiz. He fight this weekend. He could slide in and probably fight somebody like Xander Zayas. He possibly could. Because at this point, if he go to 54, he gonna be out the mix because everybody else starting to fight each other. So once he get to 54, he gonna be in a good spot. Because most of the guys at 54 around Boots' age. So it ain't like how Terrence Crawford is, where he way older than everybody. And he getting aged out or nothing. Ain't nobody gonna get aged out in Boots' age, his age group. They all around the same age. So they're gonna be all right. But Stanionis, I ain't like Stanionis in that fight he had with what's the dude name? Didn't he fight Gabriel Maestre? I ain't like that fight. I thought Stanionis was getting touched up way too much. So I think it's a good chance Boots can get him up out of there. I think Stanionis will have a hard time with but Stanionis was out so long. He was super rusty. But he's the last time Stanionis fought. I don't even know how I know how to spell this dude's name. Yeah, he ain't fought since Maestre, man. You know what the crazy thing is? Virgil Ortiz been fighting more than him. He might get stopped late. He been so inactive. Man, Boots might get him up out of there, dog. Yeah, I think Boots gonna knock out Stanionis. If I had to guess real quick right now, I think he'll knock him out. I really do. I got a stoppage in that one. Yeah, Batiev, he a problem. Now he been fighting some guys now. The Loach was good. Delorme, you know, even though he been getting beat up recently, Delorme, he's been in a lot of fights. Delorme done fought a lot of guys. Delorme done fought a lot of guys. He done fought Kareem Mayfield, Lundy, Crawford. Yeah, he done fought a lot of guys, man. Ugas. I think Delorme, he done been in too many wars at this point. Cause Boots and Virgil Ortiz, man, Boots got Delorme out of there the first round. And he was the first person to really stop him like that. Terrence Crawford stopped him, but once Boots, once Boots stopped Delorme, I was like, yeah, it's time for him to fight the elite. And I think Delorme was still Delorme when he fought him. By the time Virgil Ortiz fought Delorme, he was already done. And Boots had fought Delorme 4 years ago. He was still Delorme when he fought him. When Virgil Ortiz fought him, I was like, man, I don't even know why he fought him. To be honest with you, that kind of hurt. Virgil Ortiz in his last fight. That kind of hurt Virgil Ortiz in his last fight. That was super dumb. I was like, bro, you ain't fought in 2 years. And you gonna knock this dude out in 1 round? You ain't trying to get no rounds in? Yeah, Delorme really should have been a 140. Yeah, he really should have been a 140. But it depends on who you are though, because you know, Boost made lipping nets look easy, but everybody else been struggling with lipping nets. After Boost knocked out lipping nets, they thought he was a bum. I'm like, nah, I think he's still a good fighter. Even though he was at 140, he was at 147. Ain't nobody tell him to go to 147. He was at 47 for a minute. He got stopped by Boots. He said, I'm going back to 140. That's funny. Boots beat him up so bad, he went back to 140. And he was already at 47 for like 3 or 4 years already. Yeah, Delorme, I felt like that when Virgil Ortiz picked that fight. I'm not even gonna lie, I ain't even watched that fight. I said, man, that fight ain't finna get you ready for Bullcheck, nothing like that. If he would have had a better fight, he probably would have been ready for Bullcheck. But the first time he felt that punch was when a punch like that is when he got in the ring with him. And another thing too, let me check something. Then he fought Virgil Ortiz at 54. Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Delorme at 54, he might as well hang it up. He had no business getting in the ring with Virgil Ortiz at 154. I don't think that's the same kind of knockout Boots had. Because when Boots knocked him out at 47, he was still a legit 47. But now him blowing up to 54, that's like, after not fighting a while, no, that's not good. He took 2 years off and then jump in the ring with Virgil at 54. That just don't make sense. I ain't think that win held any kind of weight. We gonna find out this weekend though. We definitely gonna find out. I like the way things going right now. You gotta realize and then it's the crazy part. We got Archer Bitterfield up this weekend with all those fights, and then the next week we got Tank Davis and Lamont Roach on March 1st. So yeah, boxing getting right back where it needs to be. Sport of boxing getting right back to where it needs to be. It haven't been like this in a long time. And that fight card against Tank loaded. I know they got Jared Hurd and everybody on that fight card. Puello and Sandor Martin. I think that's gonna be an underrated fight. Puello versus Sandor Martin. He might pull that off. What's next for Charles Conwell? Man, Conwell got all these boys shook. Hey, they so scared at 54, man. They want Boost to fight Conwell. Conwell was actually supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz next. But Golden Boy they don't want to throw both of their 54s out there. So they know that Conwell is, Oscar De La Hoya know what Conwell is. So he kind of holding Conwell just in case something go wrong with Virgil Ortiz. But Oscar De La Hoya, that's his secret weapon right now. That's his secret weapon right now, Conwell. That's the guy he gonna start sending at a lot of people soon. I heard, Xander Zayas trying to get in the mix. I like Xander Zayas. But if he fight Conwell the way he did yesterday, he might get stopped. I'm gonna be real with you. That's the type of fight Conwell like to fight. Then Virgil Ortiz was leaving his punch out there, leaving his jab out there, getting caught in between shots. Nah, a lot of people don't want to see Charles Conwell at 54. That's a good question, dog. Nobody want to see Charles Conwell at 54. He ain't getting called out by nobody. And that's not a mistake either. They know what time it is. Even the last fight Conwell had, He was beating the brakes off that dude. Don't nobody want to see him at 54. And he been there for a while too. Once I seen him in that Gallimore fight, I was like, yeah, ain't nobody trying to fight him. And the good thing is he got 4 fights in last year. So Conwell fought 4 times last year. You know, he ain't been fighting that much over the last 3 or 4 years. Just for some reason, I don't know why he be looking so short to me in the ring. He ain't short. I guess I'm used to looking at Terrence Crawford have super long arms. But he the same height as Crawford, but he don't have them long arms though. But his reach is 70 though. He got a longer reach than Danny Garcia. He's a taller guy than Danny Garcia, I think. I think Danny Garcia is like 5'9". I think his reach is like 68. So he a bigger guy, but he at 54 though. So you know. We seen how that worked out for Garcia when he moves up. But yeah, nobody wants to see Conwell though. I forgot about Charles Conwell that quick. Nobody want to see him. I haven't heard not one person call him out. They're trying to keep him in the background. But he ranks so high now that you can't really look past him. And he's around the same age as everybody else. Same age as Fundora. Boychuk is 2 years older than him. Virgil Ortiz. Actually, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. Virgil Ortiz and Conwell, that's the fight that Golden Boy trying to put. They was trying to put that fight together in-house. It might still happen. Depending on what goes on with Virgil Ortiz's weekend coming up. Don't be surprised in either a fight or two that they possibly be in the ring together. Don't be surprised. Because now that Terrence Crawford finna possibly drop that belt, Crawford gonna drop that belt because he's gonna end up fighting Canelo. So somebody wants that belt that he has. And I'm pretty sure that Conwell gonna try to get in the mix real soon. I think last year was the year that he used to kind of get his feet back up under him, get the ring rust off. That last fight he looked good, so they're gonna start getting him back in the mix. I don't know anybody who want to fight him though. I be hearing a lot of guys getting called out. A few guys be calling out Erickson Lubin. Brian Mendoza and Conwell, that'd be a good fight. They have Vito fighting at I know what's his name? Ardell Holmes and Erickson Lubin finna fight. I think that's in March, April, something like that. I think it's March. It might be March. Ardell Holmes just fought, so it might be April. But let me see. But if I was Conwell or somebody, I end up fighting somebody like Jack Colkin. I know he like 39, 40, but Mendoza would be a good fight. Or that one guy. I actually wanted that other guy to fight. Tim Zuda. What's the guy name? The one who fought Brandon Adams recently. Karazakis. Karazakis is the same age as the guy who fought on OTX boxing that was fighting Brandon Adams a couple of weeks ago. He the same age as Conwell. Put him in the ring with there. And he always trying to walk somebody down too. Try to walk down. That's a good style matchup. Try to walk down Charles Conwell if you want to like that. He's 5'10". Yeah, that's a good matchup. I don't know what his reach is like. Probably around 70. But that'll be a good matchup. He ain't gonna be able to fight him the same way he did Brandon Adams. The way he had him on the ropes. Yeah, that's a good matchup. I like that fight. Conwell versus Mendoza. Yeah, Mendoza finna come back now. That's a good fight. I think Karazakis is a good fight, but I don't think they're gonna. I think they invested in him, so they ain't gonna put him in the mix. They smarter than that. Mendoza ain't fought since he fought Boychuk, so that would be a tough fight to come back to. But yeah, Mendoza a guy, he'll fight anybody. He'll fight anybody. That's what I like about him. And to be honest with you, it might sound crazy. I know everybody look at me crazy if I say this. He probably one of the only guys that got that power to really deal with Charles Conwell at 54, Mendoza. That's the only reason I'm bringing his name up. He the only one who really got that power to. Mendoza one of the strongest boxers in any division. He's not the most technical guy, but he got a good chin, and he got one of the most strongest right hands you're gonna see. Everybody else, they're not really no threat. They're not really no threat. I know they got Eunice to Talese. I don't know. Like I said, Tim Tszyu, he got to bounce back. No way you put him in the ring with Charles Conwell right now. If Xander Zayas want that smoke, let him do it. He said he want to fight Virgil Ortiz. If Conor Ben beat Eubanks, that'd be crazy. If Conor Ben beat Eubanks might need to hang it up. If he get beat, if he get beat by Conor Ben, I mean, man, he need to hang it up, man. No, after Crawford fight Canelo, he gonna hang it up. I ain't even gonna lie. Crawford gonna hang it up after he fight Canelo. This is the last one for him. Crawford gonna hang it up after he fight Canelo. Unless he get a crazy offer for like 150 or something like that, 100 million or something, 75. But he gonna end up hanging it up. I can see a situation where Crawford probably hang it up for like 4 months, 3 or 4 months. If he beat Canelo, he'll hang it up for like 3 or 4 months. And the fans they're gonna be begging him for one more fight so bad, he'll probably come back for one more fight. If the fans is able to persuade him, but his mindset going into that fight, he gonna see red. Especially with all the stuff he has. You know, people motivating him right now. Everybody got him getting stopped. They saying he's too small, the size and everything. That's why he went up there and put the weight up, the weight scale. He hear what everybody's saying as far as the size and everything. But I think if he beat Canelo, he gonna hang it up. It wouldn't be no reason to jump back in the ring. As much as I would want to see him fight. You said it's gonna be an automatic rematch. I'm not sure. Canelo usually don't rematch certain people. He rematched Triple G, but he didn't want to do that. He said too much bread. I don't think it's gonna be the money. I don't think it's gonna be the money that motivate him. If he beat Canelo, he gonna get more money outside the ring than he does inside the ring. I'm gonna be real with you. He beat Canelo, he gonna be a household name. I'm talking about for forever. He gonna get more money outside the ring than he will inside. He's gonna be huge. So that's why he gonna invest everything he can into this fight. Because Crawford knows that a lot of these other guys are starting to make a name for themselves as far as Boots and these other guys. So he gonna step out the way. Keyshawn Davis. You know, he's a pretty smart guy. He knows when to hang it up. He knows when to hang it up. And that's gonna put even more attention on, because after that, what Canelo gonna do if he goes out there and beat him? It'll be hard for me to see Canelo get in there twice with Crawford. It really would. Usually, the time that Canelo has rematched, if Canelo would have never tested positive against Triple G, he would have never rematched him. Canelo don't do rematches. And I don't even think it's a scary thing. It's almost like I don't think he'll have the motivation to go in there and fight a guy twice. You see how long it took him to get the motivation to fight Bivol? And to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. Canelo had to go talk to Turkey Al Sheik and tell him recently that he want to fight Bivol. He still want to rematch Bivol after the Crawford fight. So a lot of stuff that Canelo Reynoso and these guys, like the fights they be trying to put together for Canelo, they not really on the same page anyway. But you know, Crawford turned down. I'm gonna have to make a video about that too. But you know, Crawford turned down a big bag of money. Crawford making, I don't want to count his money or nothing, but I think Crawford making less money fighting Canelo than he did if he would have fought Conor McGregor. You know, he turned down Conor McGregor fight. They wanted him to fight Conor McGregor. You remember he turned that fight down? Yeah, he had turned down Conor McGregor already. That was a big payday. He was gonna make a boatload of money fighting Conor McGregor. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I think Turkey was gonna make something happen to where he was gonna well, I don't know about Jake Paul's situation, but you know, they wanted Crawford to fight Conor McGregor. You remember he turned that down. He didn't make such a big deal about it like Canelo doing with the Jake Paul thing. So that's why Crawford was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna entertain it." Then they started talking about doing the boxing fight, then one in the cage. And he was like, "Yeah, I done wrestled before, but I wouldn't do that." Yeah, he could have got a big bag of money if he wanted to though. He could have definitely entertained it. But Jake Paul a big dude, man. Y'all gotta realize how big Jake Paul is. I seen Jake Paul standing next to Benavidez recently. I'm like, bro, this dude bigger than Benavidez. When Benavidez was sparring some guy recently, some Russian guy, Jake Paul was ringside. I'm like, bro, he bigger than Benavidez. He's like almost the same size as Zerto, or slightly bigger. Like he's a big guy. Jake Paul is huge. Now Crawford can make it happen, you know what I'm saying? Because he definitely can make it happen. But Jake Paul a big guy, man. He ain't no small dude. Anybody who around under 175, that's gonna be a tough fight because he's a big guy. But he's not a good boxer like that. He's not a superior boxer. But you know he definitely working on the right hand all day. That's all he really need. That's why he was able to catch those guys like he was with those viral knockouts. You know, he always have the right hand. That's why some people were saying, man, those knockouts look fake from Jake Paul. You remember when he started knocking out people? Even me, I was like, one of those Tyron Woodley knockouts. I was like, man, this stuff look fake now, man. But then I had to think about it. This dude like 225. They do the same size as Zerto. He a heavyweight. That's why him fighting Mike was kind of, you know, the age was a huge difference, but as far as the size, the weight, yeah, they was close to each other. That's the only thing that made sense, but everything else, it was like, bro, you fighting an old man. You got other guys your size that want to fight you. That's why Andrew Ruiz was like, hey, man, I'll fight you. There's a lot of guys around his size that would have fought him. Yeah, but Jake Paul, he's smart. He know what he's doing. And you seen what happened with Tommy Fury. The only reason I would say Crawford he would have a chance in that fight is because Tommy Fury is not a very good boxer like that. And he was able to go out there and really just beat him. But yeah, it's once I don't want to see Crawford retire because he's one of my favorite fighters, but I think he gonna hang it up though. There's too many guys at 54, 35, 40. He already in that mentor role. He don't really talk bad about any of the young guys who call him out, but he will try to find if you really want to fight though. Some of these guys, he like, we ain't got to fight with turkey on the sheet. We can fight outside. That's why I'm like, that's why I was looking at Tiafimo there. I'm like, bro, why y'all calling this man out? This man will fight you outside. This is not a regular boxer. Yeah, that Anderson Silva, yeah, that was when I seen Silva fight Chavez, I'm like, Silva gotta hang it up, dog. But that Woodley one, didn't him and Woodley fought twice, right? That second one was crazy. The second one was what threw me off of Woodley when he fought Woodley the second time. I'm talking about he flatlined him. That was like the knockout that Ashton Survey had on the Jake Paul card last year. He laid out Woodley flat on his face. Yeah, that was wild, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Anybody who missed the fight, we got Greg Hackett. He got the fight on his page right now. Anybody who missed it, the Greg Hackett fight. I had the link up here. Let me see if I can put it down here again. Anybody want to see the fight? The link right here in the description, in the chat. I'll put it up right there. I appreciate everybody for coming through. This was a good one, man. They definitely showed up. They're gonna have more fights like this in the future. This was definitely a good fight, man. Philly definitely showed out tonight, man. Philly been on point, man. Hey, this looked like the year Philly didn't start off this year crazy. You done had Stephen Fulton come out here and stand on business. You done had the Eagles come out here and fly. Got Greg Hackett out here putting on a show. He didn't get the victory, but definitely put on the show. It was entertaining. And now you got Boots coming up in a couple of months or 2 months. It's definitely been a good year, man. Philly definitely showing out. I wish I would have been able to see more fights on the card, but it is what it is. It ain't too many people complaining. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming through, man, showing support, man. Oh yeah, appreciate that 93 Octane. You already know. Appreciate that, dog. I'm gonna let you guys tomorrow, man. I'm gonna be on here tomorrow, talk about some things. I got some videos to post, so yeah, I'm gonna try to put out some news tonight, man. On the channel, y'all subscribe. I'm gonna put out some news that ain't out yet tonight. Some things going on in the boxing game, some matchups people are talking about. Well, a lot of things that people ain't talking about, but I'm gonna end up posting that tonight. And some videos I'm gonna put out tonight. I'll say within the next 2 hours. So subscribe, like, and I'm definitely put out a lot of news over the next 3 or 4 days. There's a lot of stuff coming out in February. But I appreciate everybody for coming through, man, support. I'm gonna holler at you guys tomorrow.